Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another trailer reaction. On I just watched another trailer that just came out recently um, on a new upcoming horror film. It comes out on August 25th, and it's a film called Polaroid. Polaroid. So now, and of course you hear my dog barking in the back. Um, Now, Polaroid, it's a film that is about uh, a camera. You takes pictures, and death comes. Like the tagline, "Death comes in a flash." Now, these teen characters, which once again, well, usually a lot of the teen characters nowadays are just bland and just generic, and characters I don't care about. They find this camera from an antique shop, and it takes a picture, and then there's this shadow in the photo. They say um where the shadow's next to in the photo is gonna kill, and like it kills this one guy, and then it says the lead girl is like it moves to the next photo, and that's the next victim. Now, the whole thing is that, okay, I'm sure a lot of people who've seen this trailer, they make like a lot of obvious one obvious comparison to this film, and I feel the same way. With a lot of people who says about this, this film is just a modernized ripoff from, especially from a classic short story, Goosebumps. Now, Goosebumps, one of the most popular stories from R.L. Stine is Say Cheese and Die. Say Cheese and Die deals with the camera, but except well, in this film doesn't take when you Say Cheese and Die is when you take a picture and it tells the future what's going to happen to you in the future. Well, except in this film it doesn't do that. Except you take a picture and now some ghost is going to come after you. That's like the only thing they didn't do. The only thing they didn't do. I'm surprised they didn't do that when you take a picture. Think it'll happen to you. What's going to happen to you in the future? That's when Satan, Cheese, and Die. But here they just added a ghost coming after you, or spirit, or demon, or whatever, wherever after the photo's been taken. I'm surprised they didn't do the futuristic thing. But no, because every day now it deals with spirits or ghosts or demons. So that's the only thing we can do. Because people think, well, if they did the future thing, they'll say, oh, that's the most rip off of Say Cheese and Die. But it still rips off because it's about a camera and something's going to happen after you take a picture. Except, and also, it's like well, maybe it can be a futuristic thing because it's also like with Final Destination. It's another like a mix that some people would talk about because except the visions doesn't happen except it happens in the future. But there's no pre-vision of that though. This is stuff that's happened. It feels like that in a way. But it's mainly See Cheese and Die ripoff, and yeah, some people would say a little bit of Final Destination. I guess I can add that in there as well, but it's mainly See Cheese and Die ripoff. Why they just instead of call it Polaroid because it's a Polaroid camera. That's why. Why couldn't they just title it a modern version of Say Cheese and Die, label the Goosebump name to it? But people would say, "Oh, that's the blatant ripoff of it," though. But it still feels like a ripoff. And also, more into this, which there's one of the guys is gonna take a picture and burn it because he's like, why don't you just burn and be done with it? And he sets it on fire, and the flames is next to like the girl that's in the close to the flames in the picture. Starts burning her hand and such. Now that is the CGI fire that's burning her hand that it looks absolutely fake as hell. That's like one of the most looking fake fires I have seen. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's. It doesn't even look like it's real. I mean, it takes like a couple seconds after like a split second when her hand starts on fire. It takes a couple of split seconds to notice her to feel any pain or anything. If you start feeling a burn, you start feeling pain instantly. But it's like, oh, that firearm with the burning hand looks fake as hell. And then there's also a cop that appears in this film, and that's really Mitch Pileggi. You know, the guy who's our main villain in Wes Craven's Shocker. I love Shocker, and I really loved him in that movie. And he also even had a little role in 3 O'Clock High as one of like the school's campus security guard. I'm like that's Mitch Pileggi from Wes Craven's Shocker. What's he doing in this movie? I like Mitch Pileggi, and then, which is really enough. He hadn't done that much over the years, and now he's just recently started appearing in recent films like this film. And I looked up that he had a little role in the new Transformers film, which I've not seen yet though, but it looked horrible as usual. But I looked in the supporting cast, and his name is in there. I was like, really? He's in a Transformer film, and he's in this film. He plays a cop. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a person who the cop is gonna die in the film. I wouldn't be surprised, but because there was a scene he's with the teens and exploring the stuff. I was like, that's Wes Craven's Shocker. He's Shocker. He's in this film. He plays a cop. And then there's one at the end of the trailer. It says, a girl falls down with the light moving over, which we've seen dozens of times in horror films. The light, the light moves or it's flickering, and something's gotta happen. Make a cheap boo scare, and of course, as soon as she sits up, some hands grab her like this, which it's very typical and it's very predictable. That's what I mean. This film is very predictable. That's what it is. Because we've seen this done a million times before. This film is nothing new. Generic, bland horror, cheap boo scares. We've seen dozens of times in all these supernatural, spirits, or ghost horror films. Get Out, which has nothing related to that stuff. That's a horror film that came out this year, and I really love that movie. It's a lot better than this film. I'm sure people will agree with that, because Get Out is one of the most popular films this year. And probably, especially critic-wise. I can already say Get Out is much better than this, just judging by the trailer, because I know I have not seen the film yet, though. But the trailer looks like a blatant ripoff of Say Cheese and Die from Goosebumps. Maybe add a little Final Destination twist to it. But it's just predictable, and it's just bland, with all these teen characters I pretty much don't care about. And also, I got a feeling even the lead girl, she's going to live through all this and all her friends die. Maybe even the cop as well. That's going to help them. Because it's a typical thing, because the lead is a lead female and probably survive through all this. I mean, horror films nowadays, we can't get a lead guy to survive in a horror film. At least they did that with The Collector and The Collection with Josh Stewart. That's like a rare thing. Well, if you even count Bruce Campbell also in the Evil Dead films. But still, mostly nowadays, it's just a female lead. Nothing new. So yeah, this is my quick thoughts on this this new horror film, Polaroid. Or should I call it, say Cheese and Die again and again, because there's a sequel to the book series. Probably Say Cheese and Die again and again, probably I'll call it. Or say Cheese and Die 3, probably. That's what you just call this. Why don't you just call like something like that? They're just gonna make it be like a modernized knockoff of the Goosebumps story. But yeah, Polaroid, nothing new. Didn't impress me. Not that engaging. If I do see it, probably not. But anyway, yeah. But if anyone who wants to see the film, be my guest. But I'm not gonna waste money on something that I've seen hundreds of times before. If I do say it, I'll probably say Mitch Pileggi as the cop is going to be the best part of the film, and I wish he would be the lead, Because I like Mitch Pileggi. He's a good actor, and especially from Wes Craven's Shocker alone. But yeah. But anyway, that's it. That's it. Polaroid. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned on the next movie review. Just feel like give another trailer, look at another trailer, just which catches my eye. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.